Late night talk show host Jimmy Kimmel decided to go on a bit of a tirade this week about Melania Trump and how horrible she is as a human being. Because let's be honest, everybody knows that Donald Trump is horrible, we know his sons are horrible, but Melania routinely escapes a lot of scrutiny that she should be receiving. So Jimmy Kimmel decided that it was time to pull her out of the shadows where she loves to hide and highlight the fact that she is just as big of a grifter as her husband himself. So here's how that conversation began. First, Jimmy Kimmel started off talking about Donald Trump. And he mentioned that Donald Trump, in his weird rant on Truth Social on Sunday, said, quote, "Women's lives will be happy, beautiful, and great again." And after reading that post from Donald Trump, Jimmy Kimmel said, "And if you don't believe it, ask my wife Melania, who every night prays I drive my golf cart into a lagoon." And then he continued to mock Trump by saying, "If there's anyone who knows how to make women feel happy and hopeful, why, it's this gentleman right here." Which, of course, is absolutely sarcastic because Donald Trump is flailing with women. Women voters are abandoning him in droves. Women find him creepy. Just ask E. Jean Carroll. Hell, the Lincoln Project this week put out a new ad featuring women that have accused Donald Trump of some form of sexual misconduct. So yeah, there's a big reason why women do not want to support Donald Trump. But then Kimmel shifted gears, and this is when he went after Melania. Because right now, Melania has multiple different grifts going on, right? She's got a new book out. She's selling a necklace, a freedom necklace, she's calling it. But here is what Kimmel said. "You have Melania, who's hawking a $600 vote freedom necklace right now. Lady Liberty on the front and nothing behind it, just like Melania herself." And then he mentioned, "We haven't seen Melania with Trump for weeks now." And then he went into an excerpt from her book where she talks about how crazy it was during the 2020 George Floyd protests. And in her book, she says this, and Kimmel played the audio version. It says, "The loud knocking on the door sent a jolt through my body. The Secret Service agent told me I needed to move." And Kimmel joked that this was, of course, Donald Trump just being in the mood for love, because obviously Melania was not actually in danger and the George Floyd protesters were not trying to get into the White House. That didn't ever happen. So here's what I love about this, as per usual. Melania Trump, as I mentioned, seems to always escape scrutiny. Yes, every couple months there's a Melania story and people will talk about it for a day and then it'll disappear. But she is just as big of a grifter as her husband. She's selling a vote freedom necklace. She's selling a book. She has sold other useless little trinkets for the last few years. But here is where I'm going to, I think, disagree with Kimmel just a little bit. Because maybe it's not that bad, right? Maybe this is what Melania has to do to sever herself financially from Donald. And if that is her goal, then hey, I'm all for it, right? Like, if you're just trying to build up your own nest egg so that you can finally get to the point where you can tell him, "Get the hell out of here, I don't ever want to see you again," then you know what? Grift away. I have no problem with you separating the fools from their money so that you can use that money to free yourself of Donald. But if you choose to stay with him and you're just making money because you love money, then yeah, that's a big problem. And of course, it's pretty disgusting. But then again, that's why you're with the man that you're with. Birds of a feather and all that, right? Melania is just as big of a shill as everybody else in the Trump family. And I am happy that Jimmy Kimmel took the time to point that out to his audience. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.